It's tax season, and at LifeLock, we know you're tired of numbers. But here's a big one you need to hear. Billions. That's the amount of money in refunds the IRS has flagged for possible identity fraud. Now here's another big number. 100 million. That's how many data points LifeLock monitors every second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed. One last big number. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast for the threats you can't control. Terms apply.
Let's go!
Alrighty, guys, welcome to the show. Welcome, happy Friday to all you people out there listening in, and thank you for dropping in. It means a lot. It really does, guys. Got to get those sponsors in. You know I do. I want to thank Liv Rishi. Big thank you very much. Means a lot, guys. Scan this QR code. For Liv Rishi CBD products, you're going to get 20% off your entire order with code SAVAGE10, okay? You guys are not big fan of big pharmaceutical medication. I'm not. I can't stand it. It's terrible for you. There's so many chemicals in it. Liv Rishi, they're natural CBD products filled with natural organic hemp, okay? And if you have a rash or you have a mosquito bite or any type of bruise, rub the Rishi balm on that cut or bruise or scrape. It's going to heal it right up, guys. Tremendous products. Been using it now for well over a year. So thank you very much. Hat tip to you guys at Liv Rishi. Awesome stuff, guys. Also want to say thank you to Blackout Coffee. You're going to get amazing savings, guys, if you use that code from Savage Unfiltered, code MICHG20. Scan that QR code, guys, and you'll get the deals. You'll get the deals. I'm telling you right now, they're a tremendous coffee company. They keep on sending me samples just about every month. Just got my other sample box for the month of September. So thank you very much, Blackout Coffee. And you can get your discount coffee box 2 by using this code here, Mitch G20, and you'll get those savings on us. So you're welcome. Blackout Coffee Company, great stuff. Great stuff. Brutal Awakening is my favorite blend, by the way. So check them out. And then can't forget about Rise and Grind, the zombie coffee and donuts. These are all our exclusive sponsors, guys. The sponsors that you may hear on our audio and video packages. Those are sponsors that are affiliated with our network of Spotify. But these are all our exclusive sponsors. So scan this QR code, guys, for Zombie Coffee and Donuts. If you are in the Athens area, mention you heard it on Savage Unfiltered. I'm sure they're going to have a smile on their face because, Danny and Jim over there in Athens, they listen to the show all the time, and they're constantly telling me, we love Savage Unfiltered, and if you did pay attention to a couple of their commercials, Jim is the one that's portraying the zombie that comes up and says, really, really good work. So, I can't say more than enough. Love you guys over there in Athens, Georgia. We'll be up there soon to visit you, so make sure you have my gummy bear donuts ready, because I always order the gummy bear donuts that has the blood that just oozes right out of the donut. It sounds disgusting, but it's delicious.
Savage.
This program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Real news, it's not fake news.
Answer along the line.
Am I allowed to say that? Oh, I'm not political. Anyway, guys. So yeah, we're ready. 1 second.
The left are liars. Stop the fucking bullshit.
Bye. Go home to mommy.
An army or a group. It only takes one person to fight for freedom.
Savage.
Back to the show, guys. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Michael Gardner, here on Savage Unfiltered. What is this show about? Well, we're unfiltered, guys. We're unscripted. We go off the rails. We're not afraid to express ourselves openly and freely. We're not contracted through any major network that controls anything that we say here on the show. So if those that are wondering, now you know. And this is Savage Unfiltered. Hence the name Savage, hence the name Unfiltered. We are all that in a bag of potato chips.
Are you sure?
Anyway, I wanna bring Joseph in, the man, the myth, the legend. So Joseph, buddy,
Couple things. I always like to have fun with our advertisers, and I hope they take it in the spirit intended. So first, rub the Live Rishi balm on your sore bum.
Excuse me?
Oh my God. I thought you were going somewhere else with that, but okay.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go kind of where I think your mind was with the next one. Hopefully you all got lucky last night and you went to bed to grind. And this morning you need your Rise and Grind coffee.
Oh my God. That's terrible. Jesus.
And also, I've got to get the most of my $10 whiteboard. Where's the beef? I got your Whopper right here, pal. Come on, Burger King. You need to sponsor us. Or Wendy's. Bring back the Where's the Beef here on Savage and Unfiltered.
Where the fuck did you get that thing from? Dollar General, Joseph, or what?
CVS.
Oh, okay. I was thinking maybe a Dollar General or Dollar Tree. Oh, no, not Dollar Tree. It's a $1.50 tree. Now everything's gone up 50 fucking cents because of the inflation.
Yeah, thank you, Joe Biden.
Come on, man.
Bidenomics.
Yeah. Oh, Joe, you see, Joe Biden, you see the American bald eagle? It's flying. See?
It's an American bald eagle.
So, damn, Shaky, catch that damn thing before it gets out of the house. Anyway, but yeah, guys, I gotta. Oh man.
Uh-oh, Michael, you forgot to change this graphic.
Whoops.
It still says Truth Productions.
I know.
Overlay, Are we talking about that?
Yeah, well, might as well. I mean, Joseph just brought it in. Guys, for those who are not aware, Joseph constantly trying to get stuff in that really shouldn't be talked about now, but it's okay. We'll talk about it now. He just let the cat out of the fucking bag. But anyway. But yeah, guys, after this week, we are no longer Truth Productions. Obviously, it's still on the graphic because these are, obviously pre-made graphics that are just constantly recycled over and over and over for each show. Come on, guys. I'm not the only podcaster, content creator, talk show that does this. They constantly recycle the same graphics and they use them over and over. It's part of the show. I mean, what do you want me to create new graphics all the time? No, then they would be like, all right, you're Savage Unfiltered this week. What are you next week? Like Cookies and Cranny? I mean, no. I mean, these are old previous graphics, guys. So after this week, next week, we're going to have a brand new graphic as we are now Reset City Productions. That's right. We had to rebrand because I got a copyright infringement, and they told me I had to take it down soon. I told them, I said, well, after this, I can do it after this week. Can you give me till at least Friday? I wrote the email back to them. And they were very, very nice and kind, and they said, okay, after this week, but no more after this week. But I don't understand, Joseph. It doesn't make sense because the fucking logo is not the same logo of what they use.
I'm glad you mentioned that, right? Because I'm in the process of having Constitutionalist trademarked. Now, that's a unique word I created. Yeah. So I could trademark the word. You cannot trademark the word truth. It's an average dictionary word. You can trademark truth as a logo and protect it, but not the word itself. But like I said to you offline when we were talking the other day, you, under the law, could indeed fight it and probably prevail.
I could.
But it's not worth your time.
It's not worth all the damn court fees, Joseph.
The money, right. The lawyer fees. The money
Yeah.
it would take, you could put into other things. It's just easier. You know, this is not a big deal. So we become Reset City Productions. Not a big deal. Let them have it. No big deal.
Yeah, let them have it. Let them have it. I'm going to do this before I knock down my entire set. Here we go. I'm going to do this. Let them have it.
Huh. How long have you been tracking our car's value with Carvana?
Just like 7 months.
Should we sell it?
We hold.
Hold.
Silver vans are going for more right now. Should we?
Our low mileage is paying off. You think we should?
Hold.
Depreciation's really heating up. You think? We just did 2.5%.
Now!
I'm on it.
Already sold to Carvana.
Go to Carvana and track your car's value today.
What's this?
Wait, what? Has your name always been Hulu Has Live Sports?
I guess so.
New name, same man. Meet Jalen. Hulu Has Live Sports.
It's on me. I got y'all. Yes, sir.
Hulu Plus Live TV, your favorite place to watch live TV.
Okay. But anyway, speaking of sets, guys, well, first, before we get to that, it's not worth the court fees and everything else. I was actually making a joke. Maybe we should hire Stormy Daniels and come into the courtroom and everything will be different. But no. Should be
you want to hire Michael Avenatti is what he suggested?
Yeah, she'll be flashing the judge and trying to suck off the damn defendant or something, Jesus Christ, no. She'll be like, "What? Now you're trying to be biased? What? Because I'm a prostitute? The fuck would that come from?" But anyway,
alleged prostitute.
No, she's
we
a
don't
hooker.
want any legal action there either.
No, she's a hooker. I'll say it. She's a hooker. God, was that moon necessary? I fucked up my damn. Okay, here we go. Anyway, but anyway, no.
More raw and uncut, and we literally got Michael's raw ass.
Well, you didn't get my whole ass. You got my ass, but I was clothed. I did that because I have to be, guys, because this is obviously, on YouTube too, and they'll be fucking flagging me left and right. You can't show your ass. Oh, if I showed my fake titty, if I was a transsexual, you guys would be applauding that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Hypocrisy, double standards.
Yeah. So speaking of graphics, guys, we are getting graphics. I'm just waiting for the right moment to air it. I have a beautiful 10 by 20 backdrop that's going to be covering all these old checkerboards. Joseph continuously tells me, "Don't get rid of it. Don't get rid of it." We may keep it.
It's old school.
It is old school. Yeah. We may keep it for Savage Cut.
It's so old, it's cool again.
Yeah.
Right? Everything comes back into fashion eventually.
Yeah, we might keep it, like I just mentioned, we may keep it for Savage Cut, but I don't know. We're still playing with some ideas. But the main backdrop will have the new backdrop, okay? And I'm going to give you one hint of what it's going to look like. I'm not giving out any spoilers, right? I'm not going to be like, Paul Heyman from WWE. Yeah. Here's a spoiler. That's not a prediction. But anyway, guys, this is a prediction. It's going to happen. It's not a spoiler, okay? Sorry, Paul Heyman, if you're listening, because I for those who don't know, he's a big promoter for World Wrestling Entertainment. And he's a fucking genius behind him. Like, the guy can fucking cut promos like no tomorrow. But the new backdrop, guys, is going to have a brick background, and it's going to have some special effects. That's all I'm giving you. So it's going to look cool.
Oh, that makes sense. Brick background to go with the bricks in your head.
Yeah, I have a lot of bricks in my head. Too many fucking. Bricks.
Or the rocks.
I got bricks in my head.
Oh, that may be
Joseph's
a new.
got the cement.
That's a new Sadia Caron parody.
It could be. It could be.
Shout out to Sadia if she's still out there watching, listening.
She.
I know you two aren't on great terms anymore, but
no, we're not. No, we're not. And I was trying to be friendly with her, and she kind of, you know what, Sadia, I'm sorry I'm throwing you under the bus, but Joseph just brought a segue into this here, and I have to do it. But, Joseph, here's something I have to say, all right? Yeah. Thank you, Shaky, for putting me on the main screen, by the way. You tend to put Joseph on more than me, but that's all right. We still love you. No. Anyway, I'm a side boy bitch, right, right, Shaky? Yeah. But anyway, no. Anyway, no, Sadia said something recently off the air, okay? And she was like, well, I'm SAG. I'm part of SAG. So as part of SAG, you have to pay me $5,000 per episode. I'm like, what, are you fucking out of your mind? What the hell? $5,000 an episode? You're fucking crazy. She's like, I have the contract. It's right here. Every SAG member in every industry of entertainment, whether they're a podcaster, a talk radio show host, a digital influencer, a social media influencer, a movie star, a comedian. There's more categories, but I'm just giving you a few. She fits in some of the She fits in two of those categories that I just said. She's a comedian and a movie star. Okay. And, well, more or less like she does like Beeline shit now. She doesn't do the A-list shit anymore, but she does a lot of her comedy stuff. But she was telling me, Joseph, she's like, as a SAG member, I'm contracted to get paid by every personal appearance I make on any show. And that's $5,000. I said, well, I'm sorry to tell you, I really don't have to pay you at all because you're coming on as a guest.
Right.
Guests do not get paid. I don't know what world you're from, but guests do not get paid.
Right.
The only way they get paid is if they have an open contract with that network or that producing company.
As a contributor, right?
Yeah, as a contributor, right. Yeah.
Hey, apparently I should sign up for SAG.
There you go. Jesus Christ. Fuck it. I just let another cat out of the bag. Joseph's like, I'm going to be signing up right now. Mike's going to be paying me $5,000. Man, I'll be fucking rich by like episode 5.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
$25,000 I'll owe Joseph by 5 episodes from now. He'll be putting me in the fucking gutter. I'll be living like the bums in downtown Orlando. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I agree to be here. I want to be here. Everyone knows I started constitutionalist politics. I could say, bye, thanks. I got my own show now, but I don't want to do that. I appreciate what you've allowed me to do. From the very first time, you were one of the first episodes, interviews, and you could go to terrorstrikes.info/interviews to see some old interviews. You were one of the first people gracious enough to have me on to talk terrorstrikes.info. And I appreciated that. And then you brought me back 3 more times. And then invited me to be a co-host. I appreciate that. It's the same thing I forgot to mention on the 9/11 show. You could go to terrorstrikes.info. There's an interview that I did with someone in South Africa called Active FM Radio there. And that whole show was about 9/11. So if you want more 9/11 content and some of the additional things we didn't talk about on that episode, you could hear me discuss it with somebody from South Africa because, of course, they had very much a lot of questions as outsiders. It's like, we're here in South Africa, looking at it all and confused and not sure what to believe because we hear You know, and every side in a war engages in a propaganda. So sometimes people aren't left knowing what to believe. It's like Ukraine-Russia war. Ukraine engages in propaganda. Putin in Russia engaging in propaganda. Biden in the U.S. engaging in some propaganda. It's sometimes hard to differentiate facts from spin propaganda.
Yeah, you know, speaking of propaganda, guys, I want to turn the page, you know, a little bit here on the show. I want to get into what's going on with these with the Proud Boys, guys. If you guys haven't been paying attention, more propaganda, conspiracy, right? It's a conspiracy.
A central figure in the attack on the U.S. Capitol has been handed down the stiffest prison sentence so far. A judge ruled yesterday that Enrique Tarrio, a one-time leader of the far-right Proud Boys, will spend 22 years behind bars. Tarrio and 3 other Proud Boys were convicted in May of seditious conspiracy. Now, while not physically present during the January 6th riot, prosecutors say he directed the others. Tarrio apologizing in court yesterday, saying, quote, "To the men and women of law enforcement who answered the call that day, I'm sorry."
Anyway, the Proud Boys ex-leader, Enrique Tarrio, if I got his last name correctly, is going to be sentenced for the January 6th conspiracy. Everybody remembers that. Well, he's going to be sentenced, guys, this January. Thoughts, Joseph? You're like, whoa.
We could do 5 hours on that. I mean,
oh, my God.
Give me. He wasn't there, but they're trying to say he incited members of his group to go do things that they're not even charged with doing. Nobody surrounding January 6th is charged with insurrection. And a lot of the people, the small group, the Antifa plants, and Ray Epps, who was inciting violence or tried to incite MAGA people into violence and failed because they were all saying, Fed, Fed, Fed. They knew he was a Fed. He's gone. He's not charged. Nowhere to be found. These Antifa plants who were actually engaging in destruction, there was some window breaking. There was some, there was some damage. Charge them with vandalism and destruction of property. But this bullshit about trespassing, when the Capitol Police were literally waving people into the building, is bullshit. No one is charged with insurrection.
They were,
there
Joseph.
Wasn't one.
They were waving them in. They were like, come on in, come on in, come on in. Like, I mean, does CNN or any other major network show that? No, of course not.
No, of course not. It does not fit their narrative. But meanwhile, the ex-Proud Boy guy, who wasn't even there, is being charged under RICO, like they're trying to trump up, pun intended, against Trump. RICO, conspiracy, incitement, all this bull, load of bull. Meanwhile, like on the 9/11 episode, I said it's not just about terrorism, it's about general crime. The left coddles criminals. They coddle criminals, meanwhile, try to trump up charges against law-abiding patriots just there to legally, peacefully protest and redress grievances, which is our constitutional right, against a tyrannical government. Trump said, go and peacefully march. Peacefully. All these things he's charged
That's all he said.
Complete bullshit. It's like Charlotte. It's like Charlottesville, right? CNN, Schiff, Biden, all of them continue the Charlottesville lie. The good people on both sides. You can still find that clip at the DOT, the whole thing in context, where he was talking about the people on the issue of statues, not neo-Nazis, but
Yeah,
they
you know-
still lie about it.
You know what I call it? I call it the Charlotte's Web of Lies. You know, not the children's book, guys.
Beautiful.
But it is. It's like
Beautiful.
the Charlotte's Web of Lies. You know, I'm going to coin that. Yeah, put
There-
that in
there-
the fucking thing. The
There's a
Charlotte's Web of
hashtag.
Lies.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a hashtag.
You know,
Good
and
job.
here's the thing. You know, I chat. Thank you. I'm not worthy. You know, waiting for all too. But you know, like I was in downtown Orlando just the other day, and we were talking about this whole January 6th, right? And here's the thing, folks. I was talking about this, and some idiot, some liberal idiot, right? FASCICRAT idiot, probably was fascist too. Everybody's fascist today because that's society of America, right? We become a fascist society of America. But some guy came up to me, and or it was kind of both, you know. And I came up to him. He came up to me. It was like almost like a romance thing when you're like slow motion. No, I'm just joking. But anyway, no. So we're talking, and you know, I'm like, so what do you think of, you know, the whole January 6th? You know, because you know this whole fucking government is trying to go after Donald Trump to try to have him arrested because he's the one that influenced violence on January 6th. He's the one that insinuated the people to come down to the Capitol and knock these buildings or knock these windows out, right? Kick the doors in and all this, right? He's the one that did this, right? Guys, you understand where I'm getting with this, right? As soon as I said that, he was like, yeah, man. Yeah, Trump did all that. I said, you know what's really funny? He's like, what's funny? I said, he didn't do any of that. He didn't provoke any violence. He didn't demand his supporters to come down to knock those windows out and knock the doors down. He didn't have anybody do any of that. They did that on themselves. The only thing that he had said on national television, which probably YouTube took the fucking clip down because it doesn't fit their narratives, is Donald Trump said, and I got a clip, okay? Check this clip out.
Demand that Congress do the right thing and only count the electors who have been lawfully slated. I know that everyone here will soon be marching over to the Capitol building to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard. Today we will see whether Republicans stand strong for integrity of our elections, but whether or not they stand strong for our country.
So the only thing that Donald Trump said was, if you guys are going to come to the Capitol, please do it in an orderly fashion, because remember, folks, we are a party of peace and very, very important, law and order. He said that. Did he not say that? That's the clip. I mean, the clips don't lie. He said it on national television. But the CNN admit to that? Do they admit to that? No, they don't admit to that. No, of course not.
Of course
No.
not. And I want to address what you said. When I say FASCICRATS, I'm not saying that hyperbolically. The left literally tries psychological projection and call everyone Nazis. Again, go to tinyurl.com/FASCICRATS. That's not hyperbole. They literally have 28 planks of the National Socialist Deutschland Arbeiter Party, the Nazi Socies of the 30s, in today's Democrat National Committee platform. So they project, I deal in facts. Go to DuckDuckGo. Look for yourself. Bring up the Nazi platform, bring up the Communist Manifesto, bring up the Democrat platform. They're basically identical, because today isn't the 1930s, my friends. The 1930 German Nazi Socies were fighting the Moscow Marxist communists. They're all the same thing now.
Communism,
right? Communism, fascism, socialism. It's all the same, just slightly different means to the same end. It's all just those with that particular banner want to be the ones to lord over you. They are all the fucking same today.
Professional wrestling is an art form. You've got to believe in who you are to where you lose touch with reality.
Like, I literally feel like a superstar. You don't feel like a nobody anymore.
The art and the creativity of this industry, it's endless. You're a rock star. It's euphoric.
Hey, kiddos. If you're here now, that means something has gone terribly wrong.
You think Mom and Dad are spies?
You think we have to find Mom and Dad, stop the bad guys, and save the world?
So let's do it.
I got you, Blade!
Wow! There!
This is where we finish our mission.
It's morphin' time!
Link to Morphin Grid! Ha! Hilarious! Dino Fury Power!
We're taking you on a secret surprise adventure? Are you excited? Come on, Misty!
Pikachu, when I really become a Pokemon Master, you'll be with me, right?
Pikachu!
Savaged, unfiltered.
And you know what's quite alarming too? This is the same shit that our good friend Sauce, cousin Sauce here on the show, literally had to go through, and he's still going through to this day. Sauce was up at the Capitol a few years back, okay? And Gateway Pundit put out a nasty, nasty article on Sauce that he's a radicalized influencer. He's a national domestic terrorist. He doesn't care for America. Oh, no. Every time I see Sauce, he's wearing American flag and patriotic gear all over the place. So what is he doing? Is he paid by, is he really paid to wear that? Or does Sauce really love America? This is a guy that says on his show, remember, God loves you, and I'll meet you at the finish line. This is a guy that's on the show that's constantly smiling. Yeah, he has a problem with women because he's always around different women. It's a joke, Sauce. I love you, brother. But, this is a guy that's patriotic. I mean, he doesn't hate America. He doesn't want to smear America. He loves America. Like the people that put this garbage out. They just put out more garbage with Sauce. Just last week, a week and a half ago, when he was up in Milwaukee at the GOP debate, which we covered on this past Wednesday show with In the Moment, guys. I suggest you go back to the episode this past Wednesday and check it out. It's called In the Moment. Okay, and Sauce is like literally in the moment. He's getting all his dreams come true. He meets Marjorie Taylor Greene and Matt Gaetz, and he's being interviewed by big networks like Newsmax and Fox. I mean, literally. But, when you get to that pressure in that moment, Joseph, that's when they try to bring you down. They try to break your character and destroy your character. I mean, I want to get into more of the Proud Boys before we finish, but I know you probably have something on Sauce.
Yeah. The problem is Sauce is the wrong kind of immigrant. He's a legal immigrant who loves America. They only want illegals who want to scam off of America and help destroy America. That's the bottom line with Sauce.
Yeah. He's not an immigrant.
We don't hate immigrants. We love legal immigrants. Some of the most patriotic Americans I know are the immigrants I know from Hungary and all over, because they escaped the shit that the left is trying to institute here.
I was about to say he's no longer an immigrant, guys. He's an American citizen.
Yeah,
okay, he is an American citizen that truly loves his country. No, he was not born in America. He was born in Russia, but he fled communism. He fled oppression. He fled all that stuff that you're now seeing here in America. And he says to me all the time, he's like, Michael, I never thought by coming to this country that I would be repeating the same stuff that I seen in my homeland. It's terrible, he says.
It's like I said on the 9/11 show. Those who fail to learn from history condemned to repeat it.
Sure.
The fucking morons don't learn. The Bradford colony, all right? You don't have to look at Marx, Lenin, Stalin, Mao, Castro, Che, Chavez. You can learn from history here in America. The Bradford colony, the Mayflower Compact, was a communist compact before Marx ever came along. It was a commonwealth. We all own, nobody owns anything, we all own it collectively. Nobody has personal private property rights. And you know what? They almost all fucking starved to death because Atlas Shrugged, which is where I think Ayn Rand got the idea from. Because more and more people did less and less, and those who were left to pull the cart said, why am I bothering to pull this cart with these freeloaders in it? Atlas Shrugged. So Bradford instituted free markets, private property, and the rest, they say, is history. And as Paul Harvey says, now you know the rest of the story. We've already tried communism in America. It fucking almost killed the entire colony.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh, God, talk about history, guys. That's some dark history. But, I mean, before I continue with this Proud Boy story, which I want to get into a little bit, oh, wow, where was I going to go? Joseph got me. One of those shows, I'm telling you, I lost my fucking train of thought. My God. What the hell's wrong with me? Oh, boy. Before you put me on camera, make sure I got my my fucking train of thought. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Should we bring it back to Joseph? He was doing good, and for some strange reason, you just put me on camera. I don't fucking understand this shit. But anyway, guys, let's go into the Proud Boys. I mean, that I was gonna say something, but I totally forgot. Oh yeah, here's what they're doing here. Some key points, guys. I'm gonna give you some key points. This fucking garbage that's CNBC put out. They're always putting out slanderous garbage. Literally, I don't even understand how they still have a network. Anyway, the key points, guys, that that's going up to the ex-leader here, the ex-founder of the Proud Boys, because they are now labeling him as a former Proud Boys leader. He's not a current leader anymore. Mr. Tarrio will be sentenced after being convicted of conspiracy relating to his efforts to disrupt. Yeah, I love how they say that. He disrupt the 2020 presidential election on January 6th. He literally disrupted. He basically put a wall in front of the election and says, nope, not having the election because we don't like that old man.
That's not fair.
I just don't like fucking Joe Biden, but do we actually go to that level to try to fucking cancel the election? Hell no. But here's another key point. The Department of Justice is now seeking, get this, Joseph, 33 years in prison for Enrique, which would put him behind bars for far longer than any other person charged in connection with the, oh God, here's another fucking shit that they put in, a pro-Trump Capitol riot. Oh, is it pro-Trump Capitol riot? Oh, yeah, they have to put that there. More garbage. Oh, God, the list goes on, guys. Listen to this. The DOJ has charged more than 1,100 defendants in relation to the January 6th Capitol riots. Now, guys, before Joseph gets his insights, because I know it's marinating and it's about to brew. It's about to blow up like an atomic bomb, probably. There are people that should be charged without a doubt. Breaking and entering, federal trespassing on federal property. Yes, that's a class felony, a federal class felony. Okay. Yes, they should be behind bars without a doubt. But you have people up there that are still sitting in federal prisons right now that absolutely did nothing wrong besides exercising their First Amendment rights, going up to the Capitol and exercising their First Amendment rights. To my knowledge, Joseph, I don't think that's a federal crime.
Here's a question for you. Just how far are the radical left and inside the Beltway bandits willing to go to stop him? We all know they hate him for winning the fight to protect life, for exposing their deep state, for draining their precious swamp. And they already know he'll crush Biden. So like a pack of rabid wolves, they attack. So let's impeach him. Let's get tainted radical left prosecutors to charge him. Let's conspire with Hillary and the FBI with fake stories about him. All to distract from Biden's incompetence, weakness, and money-grabbing corruption. But here's the thing, he'll never blink. That's called having the courage of your convictions. And it's why he's our president.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Going anywhere in the country and exercising your First Amendment.
And again, you can't be charged with trespass when you're invited in. They waved him in. And here's my whiteboard. I stand with the Proud Boys. They don't like the narrative. They like to call the Proud Boys white supremacists, a group founded by a black man.
Oh, no.
Right? He's Jamaican or whatever. But, and occupying the Capitol. What about when the left-wing loons occupied the Wisconsin Capitol for more than a week?
Yeah. How come we're not talking about the riots in Atlanta, Georgia, that left up to 12 police cars engulfed in flames on Peachtree Street? Oh no, CNN, I'm airing it out. I'm airing the truth out. How come we're not talking about 11 police cars on fire on Peachtree Street, which is in Midtown Atlanta, on fire, upside down? These thugs and hooligans of 6 men of Black Lives Matter and Antifa, okay, tipped over police cars on their hindside and engulfed them in flames. How come we're not talking about that? How come we're not talking about black militia groups in Stone Mountain, Georgia in the summer of 2020, literally blockading tourists from coming into that state park to look at all the beauty and majesty of that park? How come we're not talking about that? CNN, MSNBC, even Fox News, put you on the back burner. How come we're not talking about the riots in Seattle, Washington? There's something else we should be talking about that. How come we're not talking about the riots that happened in Wisconsin in 2021? These are all key facts that we should be talking about. The Democrats don't want to talk about that. Yeah, exactly.
No, you're exactly right. Hello, Clueless Nation.
Truth or consequence?
Facts over fear. What about Michigan? Here in Michigan, Governor Wretched Whitler literally aided an insurrection, their term, here in Michigan years before she became governor. The Michigan Capitol went into lockdown because leftist loons tried to get in and occupy the Capitol like they did for a week in Wisconsin. And Wretched Whitler, literally a a House member then, I think House or Senate, I forget, literally opened her office window on the first floor to allow people to illegally enter the lockdown Capitol. Why the fuck isn't she charged with something?
You got you got me, Joseph. I mean, seriously. Why isn't the people that should be charged? Why are they still roaming the streets and allowing them to spill the hatred invoked violence through their mouths? Why isn't that sick, deranged lunatic, that Maxine Waters, charged with inciting violence? Does everybody remember that? Let's go down memory lane, huh? Woo, 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 woo.
You get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome.
The people are going to turn on them. They're going to protest. They're going to absolutely harass them until they decide that they're going to tell the president, no, I can't hang with you.
Not in D.C. Not in the U.S. Not in D.C. Not in the U.S. Not in D.C. Not in the...
Maxine Waters, Ilhan Omar, Alana Presley. I've got a meme on my system I occasionally share, which, shows all of them and their actual incitement to get into people's faces, disrupt them at their meals at restaurants. This is actual incitement to commit illegal acts, not a fucking word. Hypocrisy, double standards. You and I both called out those at the Capitol who engaged in actual malicious destruction. Lock them up. We are for rule of law, but 99% of people charged, they're all bullshit charges. It was an excuse. It was a false flag.
There's something here I want to bring to attention here, with Attorney General Merrick Garland. There was a comment that he left, quite recently, where he said that all these people that are labeled, with the former leader of the Proud Boys, Enrique Tarrio, I can't butcher the name, I'm sorry. But he basically said, and this is what he said, they played a center role in setting into motion the unlawful events that day. And they should be found guilty. But Merrick Garland, is this true? Hold that thought, Joseph. Is this true? Merrick Garland, didn't police officers, federal Capitol Police, literally invite them into the Capitol? Now, these are police officers, Mr. Garland, that were put in place, that took an oath and put their hand, I don't have a Bible, but let's just pretend this is the Bible. Put their hand on the Bible and said, I swear that I will uphold the law and protect all federal officials of Washington, D.C. They did that, did they not?
And
now, if they took an oath, if they took, hold that thought, Joseph. Joseph's right there. If they took an oath, wouldn't they, or should they be charged with obstructing justice?
Yeah. Nancy Pelosi, Donald Trump offered 10,000 National Guard troops to be at the Capitol that day. Nancy Pelosi, as Speaker of the House, had that final say. I don't know why, because technically Trump is commander-in-chief. I think he should have pushed the issue. I think as CIC he could have overrode her authority and have brought in the National Guard troops to protect the Capitol because we knew there were Antifa people planning a false flag that day. Trump wanted to protect the Capitol. Nancy Pelosi and the left wanted it to happen.
They want it to happen because they wanted to be the ones that said, see, I told you, he's the instigator. It's the shit that you would see in kindergarten, folks, when Tommy doesn't get the red ball because Billy was provoking the whole damn thing to begin with. Those are the instigators, the real instigators of this nation. And those are the ones should be removed from power.
These are facts. Look them up, not on Google. DuckDuckGo, FreeSpoke, Jibru. Google is fine. We talked about this over and over for shopping. If you're looking for a widget, Google is the place to go. But if you want reality, not spin...
Joseph, hold that thought. What is up with the dry ease boards? You've been doing that for 2 episodes.
Hey, I spent $10 on it. I got to make use of it. But these are facts, not feelings. I'm writing it down, right? Like we put up the gear. Facts over fear. Facts over fear. Yeah. Look them up. They're verifiable. They're evidenced. When we talk about the Capitol, you can't charge somebody for trespassing when the Capitol Police are clearly seen taking down the barricades and letting people pass. And people don't know this. The Capitol building has electronic magnetic locks.
Yeah.
When it goes into lockdown, no one in, no one out. Somebody on the inside released the magnetic locks. The Capitol Hill cops, you can find them still. They're not all scrubbed from the internet, on video, holding, not trying to pull the door closed to keep people out, holding them open and waving people into the building. You can't be charged with trespass when you're invited in. That is a defense a lot are using, and they're not going to be convicted, which is why they leave them rotting in prison, trying to drag out for them to get a trial, because they will never be found guilty when that evidence is presented that CNN, the MSNBCs, the main media network will never show you.
They are imbeciles, but is this all because of, of Trump being the top contender now for 2024? I mean, is this the main reason why they're doing this? Because here's one thing, okay, that I don't understand. That all of these networks, they make sure that they put these words in their paraphrases, on their show notes, on everything on the internet, even in their websites. Trump said to his supporters, "Fight like hell." Is that not inciting violence?
The people on the left have said that over and over and over.
Sure.
Like, remember when Sarah Palin used the target symbol for hunting down, and taking on and fighting the left? Well, that symbol has been used by politicians for decades, probably centuries, ever since the country was founded. But all of a sudden, when she used it, it was inciting violence, right? It's the usual media bias, as I hashtagged it, coined that one, as well as FASCICRATS and countless others. And in my new book, Constitutionalist Politics, the book that goes along with the podcast, I outline a dozen of the 100 hashtags I've created over the last decade or two. But the media bias, the clear hypocrisy, what the left does, it's okay, But if any of us on the right do it, it's a fucking problem.
Yeah, God forbid. God forbid. It's a two-way street. I mean, to them, it's like they're never wrong and they're always right, and we're always wrong and we're never right. That's how it is. I mean, that's how it is. Guys,
Well,
I'm going to close now. Joseph and I got a little heated on this show. I mean, but is 2024 here? I mean, can it get here any quicker? I mean, seriously, I'm going to leave it at like that. Guys, I want to thank you for tuning in to the show here on Savage Unfiltered. Really, guys. These are important key facts that we have to we have to air. I'm lost of words here because I'm all fired up still. Yeah.
Yeah, I think instead of going to Reset City Productions, since we couldn't use Truth Productions, we should have went to Facts Productions. Because you get the facts here. Everywhere else, you get the bullshit spin. Yeah, I gotta get used to my whiteboard. I spent $10.
I hear you. Take it easy, guys.